Some of us ain't going to get it out of us until the devil gets. Some of us got to be pushed to another level. And sometimes God, when you close the door, God will open it up a little bit. What am I talking about? Because he told Job, he told the devil, he said, don't mess with Job. Job got all the doors closed. He said, I got a hedge around him, but I'm going to open up a little pathway so you can get in there. Because I want to do something. Well, glory to God. If the devil shows up, God is up to something. If the devil is in the midst, God is trying to get a message to you. If the devil is in the midst, God is on his way with a blessing. So there's always a way to be attacked. There's always a way for trouble. And see, and the thing is, we want every door closed. We don't want the devil up in here. But that's not the way God works. Because oftentimes we find that the devil is the forerunner of Jesus. The devil, the Bible says, he comes in like a flood. But then it speaks of the Lord and say, he's a still small voice. He said, let the devil do what he does, because God said, one word from my mouth is so powerful I can whisper and turn everything upside down. The devil's got to come in like a flood just to do a little something. But if God whispers a word, my God, I'm about to feel like preaching, and we don't have long to go. So even in all of this, in verse 5 and 5 and 6, we find how Nehemiah deals with this. Because in 5 and 6, when Nehemiah hears all this stuff, he said, that's a good thing about Nehemiah. He wrote this. He said, I was very angry when I heard their cry and these words. And then he went to verse 7. And see, y'all thought Kevin Hart came up with this. Nehemiah 5 and 7 says, then I consulted with myself. I said, self. Myself said, huh? Said something ain't right about what they're doing. And after he had a conversation with himself, he began to rebuke those that were in charge and said, this is wrong what y'all are doing. And when he did that, he went down to verse 9, he said, also I said, it's not good that you do, and you ought not to walk in the fear of our God because of the reproach of the heathen of our enemies. And he went on to talk to them. He said, what you're doing is not right. This is how Nehemiah, he talked to himself, then he talked to the people. And that's what some of us need to do. We need to talk to God, talk to ourselves, and then talk to the people. We talk to the people too fast, and we talk about ourselves to the people because we get too much self in talking to people. But you got to talk to yourself and say, self, you got to get in place. You got to get under subjection. Because self, it really ain't about you. We building a wall. It really ain't about you. I got a house to take care of. It really ain't about you. I got a job to do. And you got to put self in check. Tell your neighbor, put yourself in check. I know you don't like nobody talking about yourself, but that's the only way yourself is going to get right. And so he went on and dealt with this, but I like what he did. This is a good leadership lesson because Nehemiah, if you read on in chapter 5, he dealt with it by reasoning. He brought the people together that were the problem and said, look, y'all are a problem and this ain't right. We got to honor God in what we're doing, and what you're doing is coming against the work, and it's causing the people not be able to do what they're supposed to do. And there was no argument. The people said, okay, we're going to stop charging interest. Okay, the interest we took from people, we're going to give back. Okay, we're going to work this thing like we're all in this together. That's the end of chapter 5. So that's the good thing about it, because trouble don't last always. See, in 4 there was building going on, and see, in the beginning of 4 there was building, then there was a mess, then there was building, and now there's a mess in chapter 5. And Nehemiah said, we got time for this, we got to get back to building. Oh, glory to God. And so he didn't have 25 different meetings. He didn't have a huge planning session. He pulled them together and said, we got a job to do. Quit acting crazy, let's do our job.
That's right.
And he did it, he rectified it by reasoning. Everybody say reasoning. See, the Bible even tells us what sometimes you got to reason together. Communicate together. But watch this. I didn't come to preach all of that to you today. I wanted to get to chapter 6 where Nehemiah is now. And we get to 6 and 1. And we find it here. Now it came to pass when Sanballat and Tobiah, here they go again, and Geshem the Arabian. If you get a chance, just walk through chapters 1 through 6 of Nehemiah. And you can skip chapter 3 because you don't see Sanballat in there. But if you walk through chapters 1 through 6, you find out that Sanballat and Tobiah, and mainly Sanballat, was always named among the people against Nehemiah. It's a different crew every time. Because Sanballat is always looking for somebody to help him fight against the enemy. The devil is always looking for a way to stop your progress. And it usually comes back to one common denominator. How come every time somebody opposes me, you're right there in the middle? Oh, glory to God. I wish I had time to really walk through this, because you'll find out that Sanballat actually sends a letter to Nehemiah saying, look at you. You know, look, I know I've been after you, but you know, we boys, I'm just looking out for your own good. Just come on down the wall, let's talk. And Nehemiah said, I ain't got nothing to do with what you want to talk about. And at one point, Nehemiah told, after he sent them up 4 times, I'm getting ahead of myself, but it's in the Bible. He says, come down off the wall. We need to have a conversation, because, you know, this ain't gonna work out good for you. And I'm trying to look out for the building of the wall. And Nehemiah, he uses it when he shows his ethnicity. I'm in the Bible, because he says you will lie. He says it. He says, I'll show you before it's over with. He says you're lying, and everything that you're saying, that's not going to happen. You're just trying to get me to stop what I'm doing. And how many of you know the enemy don't want to see you do anything good? The enemy will let you go on. He'll let you get as high as you want to get. He'll let you smoke as much as you want to smoke. He'll let you cuss as you want to cuss. He'll let, oh, glory to God. He'll put you in any and every bed that you want to get into. He ain't going to stop you from doing that, but he'll come against you if you take a stand and say, I want to do right.